welcome to Touch Base Daily. And you see my live co-host. She didn't realize she was going to be the co-host today. But here she is, Miss Gwendolyn G. Miss G.R. Houston. Jack.
That's awesome. We need to work on that, huh? Good morning, man. You know, I was something said I should be ready just in case. But you know, as my mama say, if you stay ready, you ain't got to worry about getting ready. So
Nope,
there you go.
There you go. And today is one of those days. It is election day, y'all. It is here. Can y'all believe it? It is finally here.
Ay.
Oh my goodness. It is election day in America.
Mm.
Man, it seems so far away.
Yeah, because we're I believe a lot of people are emotionally exhausted.
He's exhausted.
I believe that election should be 6 months and that's it. Like this whole dragging it out for as long as it's been
2
dragging
years.
out, it is entirely
2
too long.
years.
It's too long. It's like we have shown that you can jump in, do it in 3 months and call it a day. So make it 6 months, but it cannot it's just time for some change across the board. Time for change.
Oh, so you ain't lying there. It is. I am mentally, physically, emotionally exhausted from this election.
Yes. Yeah.
So anyway, let's welcome some folks into the building. I see in here with our little comment. There we go. Hannah gets the gold this morning. She says, "Good morning, Ron and Touch Base Daily family. Today, the day is booyah. And I see, second person in the building was Miss G.R. Houston Jack. She says, yeah, she's in the building. And Aya is in the building. She was number 3, our bronze winner for today. Miss Grand Rising All, Aya is saying to everyone. We got Rashawn in the building. She said, good morning, Ron and Touch Base Daily family. It's election day. Man, oh man. Chrissy's Corner is in the building. What's going on, Chrissy? Good morning, she says. And we got Jazzy in the building. She says, good morning, beautiful people. Happy election day. And David Mascaro is in the building. Should I say Mascaro? I love that. I love his last name. That's a powerful last name. Good morning, all, he says. Can't wait till this is all over. I think we're all feeling the same way. Kelly's in the building. She says, good morning, everyone. It's time. It's time. It certainly is. So how are you all feeling? I would like to know in this, put it in the chat. What emotion are you feeling right now? What is the emotion you use? If you can use one word to describe your emotions right now, put it in the chat box. Put it in the comments.
Should I add my word or
Yes,
just share my word?
you can add it. It's always good to get the comments going.
Well, I'm gonna add my word, and then I'm gonna tell you what it is. I think
Derek is in the building. What's going on, Derek? Derek is sending his greetings to everybody. There's Mr. DT. Yes. What emotion are you feeling? Invigorating. Woo.
Yeah, well, let me tell you why. So on the one hand, yes, the election does end today, right? So all the text messages, they're going away. Thank you, Jesus. However, the work actually begins because
yes,
this way, no matter who wins, and I hate to say no matter because I am obviously going a certain way, but no matter who wins, what we have seen this past couple of months, right? That certain level of vitriol and hate, and just let's just say America's foundation, like what she was built on.
Yes,
you can't act as if we just all go back to work tomorrow like la. It's like no, partner.
People have been revealed.
They have been revealed, and then it also shows too that we cannot take our foot off the gas.
Yes.
We have to get to work. So whether it's VP Harris who gets in or that other guy, We have work to be done. There is mad work that needs to be done. There is mad work in our communities to really discuss the power of our voice and taking that charge on the local level to take it all the way up to our federal level. Like, you just can't stop because, oh, I voted, now it's over. No, we about to get into some work. So I'm feeling invigorated. I'm ready to get to.
So if you're just joining, we're putting it in the comment box. How are you feeling right now? How are you feeling? Put it in the comment box, wherever that may be. I have to tell you, I am optimistic.
Oh, okay.
I'm feeling optimistic. I hear the song in my head. Be optimistic. Yeah, I can hear it ends. I can hear be optimistic. I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it in my head. I'm hearing it in my soul, my spirit. I am optimistic. And what are you guys? How are you guys feeling today? I see also David Moscato said anxiety. And Derek says confident.
Ooh.
Yes, yes. How are you feeling right now? Put it in one word, put it summary, one word. How are you feeling at this moment? How are you feeling at this moment? I would like to know, because we are a community, and that way it will also dictate how we go, where we go, what we do today, what we talk about. Jazzy says confident and joy. Ooh, I like that, Jazzy. Confident and joy. I'm feeling the joy. I'm feeling the joy. Just for the Bryson stepped in the building with what's up, Ron? What's up, Gwendolyn? What's up, CQ? What fam? And what's up, RLP fam? Happy election day. The big moment has arrived, and it all comes down to this. Man. Oh yeah.
Bubbles waiting. I have champagne waiting. I was tempted to buy 2 bottles. So be Stuyvesant. They had a specially made Kamala Harris champagne bottle. And I was like, ooh, should I go ahead and give me a couple of bottles? Like, buy one that I'm never gonna open and then buy one to celebrate. And then I thought, Gwendolyn, you have met your bottle quota
for the month.
For the quarter. The quarter just started. I'm already messed up. And I thought, I can't go down this path. So I did not purchase it. I was so tempted. I left it in the cart. And I was like, but I didn't pull the trigger because I am keeping myself to some restrictions. But so I have other bottles waiting.
Tom is in the building. Tom Morris is in the building. Good morning. Happy election day. Optimistic. Yes, sir. And Derek says, we see the real in people. We now see the real. We do see the real. And Bryson says, we're in the end game. So how are you feeling, y'all? How are you feeling? How are you feeling? And I see here, Tom says, here we go. Here we go. And Brian said, after it's done, we're playing Christmas music from now until December 25th.
I already started last week.
Oh, my goodness.
People can feel the way they feel about Mariah. Don't hate on Mariah. Don't hate on Mimi. But last week, before it was even November, I happened to go on Amazon, take care of some other business. And they had her holiday store. And so I just happened to click on it and the music started playing. I just got caught up.
Oh my goodness. It's so funny because I am now at the place I can now enjoy Christmas music again. When I was working in retail, I hated Christmas music because the music played from the day after Halloween to Christmas Day. And when you're in retail,
was it?
Yeah, first of all, it was one Christmas song every 4 songs after Halloween.
That was like mid-October. That was like like the 20-something.
In New York store, we had it the day after Halloween.
Oh, we started early in Texas. It was like October 20th or whatever. It was like, and we're going to go ahead and get started. But you're right, it was like one holiday song for every like 3 regular songs, and then it would do like 50-50, and then it became like all the time.
So it was like
I love holiday music. It stays in my car all year round because it keeps me from like running people over.
Yeah.
A little Donny Hathaway. I was like, all right, okay.
I do.
So yes, I stay in a good mood.
I was traumatized. So it took me a long time to get back into Christmas music, and now I can enjoy it again. It is so good. So guys, we're putting in the box. How are you feeling? One word. Put it in the box. I see here. Jazzy said that's a good one. And I see here also, here we go. Grand Rising says Amparo. Amparo's in the building. What's going on, Amparo? And Mariah started at 12:01 on 11:1. Really? There's some folks in here that love Christmas music like that?
I like holiday. Okay, so I don't do trees. I don't do decorations. I love a good candle. I love the smell of holiday. I'll put out a wreath. I'll do a placemat, and I will do music all day. Like the Temptations, bruh. Come on now, everybody. Well, okay, well, most of us know the Temptations. It's holiday. The Jackson 5.
Okay, I mean, there's some songs that are really good, but yes. I tell you, the one song that I know this sounds bad, but I used to call it the suicide song, was the Elvis Presley, I have a blue Christmas without you. And I was like,
all right, don't know about that, but I do like Prince Last Christmas, and I didn't realize how depressing that was. I was like, wait,
oh my gosh.
What? Wait a minute. Wait, what happened to, yeah. So yes, but I do.
Oh, the Elvis Presley. Oh, I have a blue Christmas. It's really bad.
If I may add one thing. So Hannah was asking about the Kamala Harris champagne. So it's B. Stuyvesant champagne. She is based in New York City. I want to say Brooklyn to be exact.
Really?
You know, come on, man. Now you know, if there's anything Gwendolyn know about, I know about.
Really? Okay? It's called Beast. Is Stuyvesant?
B. Stuyvesant champagne. Yes. And I believe in drinking social, you know, like being conscious. Yes. Right. So I search for Black-owned spirits and wines first.
You certainly do. You are committed to it. I will.
So now it was a limited edition. I don't know at this point if there's any bottles left, because I got my email like a few weeks back. But yeah, I was like, ooh, do I do it? I was like, oh, I can't. I didn't pull the trigger. There's a part of me that's kicking myself for, and there's another part of me is like, Gwendolyn, you have to stay on your budget. But I like to collect champagne. I have 2 bottles of Hello Kitty champagne that will never be opened.
I can't find it. Is B. Stuyvesant?
B. Stuyvesant, yeah, Bed-Stuy, but it's B period Stuyvesant champagne.
Okay, let me look for that. Oh, I think I see that. I see B. Stuyvesant champagne. Okay, I found it on Instagram.
She's in Brooklyn.
Look at that. I found it on Instagram before I found it on Google.
So, you know, at this point, do I believe that she may come back and put out another offering? I kind of do, because when you offer those kind of things, yes, you give your current clients the first dibs on it to buy as many as they like, because, you know, they say limited series. But sometimes when you have historical moments, you find yourself saying, ooh, do I have enough of this vintage to put out another bottle? So
yeah, she is.
I'm keeping my eyes open.
Look at that.
Yes.
Oh, I got to support her.
You know, let me tell you, you know, the last time I came to New York, I came to Brooklyn to go to Happy Cork, right? Just so I could shop all the Black-owned brands in one place.
Wow, I did not know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, Stuyvesant. There it is.
There it is. Yeah. That's the bottle.
I'm kicking myself for not getting it, but I'm also like, Gwendolyn, girl, I have bought a few bottles this. I've met my quota for it's only November and I messed up in October. I shouldn't say I messed up, because I enjoy all my bottles, but we have already bought a good number of bottles.
Shout out to Stuyvesant Champagne. B. Stuyvesant Champagne. Let's good shout out to them.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go pop over there and check it out.
You know, hey, now, I mean, if I get my coins in order for next year, I'm already planning for next year's travels. I would love to hit up all
right
pots for wine and what have you, wine and spirits.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Gwendolyn knows some things. Believe it or not.
Oh yeah, you know your spirit
over here, Ron. There's so much going on.
Yes, you know your wines, you know your spirits.
I know my spirits. Yes, I do. I know my spirits. I do. you already,
Oh
you
my
already know. I know
God.
my spirits. I can make you
Rashawn says she loves Christmas music. A lot of you like Christmas music. And Power says Mariah. Look, Mariah has the whole commercial ushering out Halloween. What else are you guys are saying in here? Dude, really? Bryson says. And Jazzy's got the tears going. You sound like Frank Sinatra. Oh, this is about me singing my song.
Yeah.
I thought I can't really get the Elvis in me. So, but it is, this
We didn't
is,
play Elvis in our household.
I know we didn't play Elvis in our household either.
I mean, you know what? Okay, so I'm sure some of us still have it, but the time music, like that Motown classic Christmas collection that had like the 4 or 5 CDs. Yes, I have
Look
that
what
one.
Amparo says. Amparo says, feeling emotional. I cried voting. Then remember that I can't control it. Out of my hands means out of my mind too. Wow. Thank you, Amparo, for that transparency. That is, yeah. Like I said, there are people feeling all kinds of ways for this election.
I have to believe. Here's what I believe. I do believe that VP Harris is going to win, and I'm going to give you 2 reasons why.
I think she's going to win overwhelmingly.
Yeah, because I believe one of it is, and you and I talked about it, for the people who are on the other side, but in their heart of hearts, see what's going on and says, I cannot get down with this. They're not going to tell their family and friends in public circles who they're voting for, because then they would be ostracized. We know that there are silent voters, people who are like, I'm gonna go in there, do my business. When I'm in some public circle, I'll be like, yeah, I'm voting for that guy, knowing darn well they will not. There are far more people, I believe, who are for her and for decency and democracy than those who are not. So I believe it's going to be a good thing. But I understand the emotions completely.
Yeah,
it's like,
I understand
there's so
the
much
emotions
history being made today, so much history being made, and there's so much at stake. But I can feel I'm feeling, confident. I'm definitely feeling joyous. I'm ready to party. I'm ready to get down.
I'm ready to celebrate.
You know,
I'm ready to take my camera and run the streets like a madman, photographing the joy like I did when Biden won. When Biden won, man, people came out into the streets hugging each other. They were women and men on the corner right outside my door crying. Tears were pouring down their face. They were embracing each other and hugging each other because we were saved from that orange creature.
Oh
I mean, it was like being saved from a monster.
Right. I remember, if I may, Ron, I remember being in your apartment, not like that, because we're not like that. But I remember being in your apartment. They're like, what they doing? No. When President Obama won,
yes, right. You were
we were
here.
sitting there, and then like we got like the final numbers, and we were like, wait, what? What just happened?
Yes, you were here for
horns and everybody screaming in the streets outside. It was joyous.
Yes, you were here for my watch party.
Yeah.
Wow, I forgot. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, we were all here, and I mean, it was. Yeah, we heard people, the horns going.
Yes.
People were screaming in the streets. I live on. For those that don't know, I live on the 15th floor.
Yeah.
And so you can everything when the noise is happening in the city, you can hear it. The higher you are, the more you hear. And it was crazy, but. And I think we're going to do it again.
I believe so.
I think we're going to do it again. I think we're going to know by tonight. I don't think it's going to be a long. I think there are going to be some states that flip. I think Iowa is going to flip. I think there may be some other surprises. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I would be extremely surprised if Florida's flip, but it's possible. I think she's going to get North Carolina. I think she's going to get Georgia. I think she's going to get. I mean, she may get one of Nevada or Arizona, maybe one of the two. I think she's going to get the blue wall. I mean, And the reason why is because they're putting the work in. There's what they call the on the ground game. And when you go out and you employ 90,000 people to the streets, it has to count for something.
Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine? No campaign has ever done that before. 90,000 people canvassing in one state for you.
Yeah, so if you want to bring up Amparo's comment, and she makes a great point, right? Like there are a lot of people who support Trump. So if I can speak to that, just like really quick, there are a lot of folks who do believe in that sort of I'm not going to screw it, and that kind of hate, that misogyny, the vilifying of everybody who's not like me. There are folks who support it. We have seen those people. We have taken the notes. However, even if you are affiliated with a certain political party and you've been riding and dying all this time for that person, you're at a place where you have seen some utterly disgusting behavior that in any other place, in any other universe, would not be acceptable ever. And so now it comes to a place of, do I really want this person to be in office? Like, can I really go in here and just check off the box because, it's my party's pick? I don't believe we're there. I believe people are like, I can't do it. Despite everything I've said out loud, I cannot in good conscience put this country in a position to do what could happen. Think about the women, think about the kids in your family, think about just decency as a whole and consider what's at stake. And then you think, I can't do it. Now, again, there are people who are going to vote for them. We've seen those people. We've seen them. They don't know what DEI stands for, but they know it's awful. They understand that woke is the worst thing because, yes, it is awful. It is absolutely awful to talk about atrocities and social injustice. Like, why would we ever want to do that? Cut that out, right? So there are people who are just going by whatever they hear and just run with it. We get that. That's fine. But there is a whole set of Americans who have seen this play out, and it has gotten darker and darker and darker.
Yes.
And do I want to be a part of that? That answer, I don't believe that answer is yes. That answer is no. Now, we've seen the polls, a lot of early votings, but the problem is you don't know if they're voting for the person that they're tied to. You may have a good chunk of Republicans voting for Harris.
Yes.
So yeah, it may look like it's tilting, but they don't. This is one election that has literally crossed all party lines. Like, we don't care about the party lines. We are
no party lines. This is not about party.
Freedom and our democracy.
Yes, right. This is not about party. It's about country. It's about preserving and maintaining our democracy. Lisa says, I saw an utterly ridiculous comment on a video where Kamala was knocking door to door, and they commented saying she's so desperate. And that's why we have to vote, because there are some real fools out there. Let me tell you, the mega people are crazy. There's no. My buddy from Atlanta called me this morning. He goes, Ron, you would definitely in a friendship with a mega person. I said, absolutely, with no second thought. I said, because they're morally bankrupt.
Yeah.
And I said, now I will try to have a conversation and reason with them and say, why do you believe what you believe? And if I find that someone is a Trump supporter and they can't make the judgment of it's not okay to lock up children and separate children and call Puerto Rico garbage and all the stuff. It's just, you could go down a list of 100, 200 items of why you shouldn't be voting for Trump. I mean, it's like Joe Scarborough said this morning on Morning Joe. He says, and he went down some of the list, and you sit there and say, and you could go on. Yes. There's just We could go on and on to tomorrow on the horrible things this man has done.
And it's not
And
policy. Like people say,
yeah,
oh, it's like you
and
can't
no
name one
policy.
policy. It's not policy. When he goes to his rallies, there is nothing about policy. It is literally hours of hate, vilifying others who don't look like you, and playing on old stereotypes and tropes. That's all that is in the story. If that attracts you, I am like, have at it, partner. Do you, but do not act as if. As I've told you, Ron, there's a guy who I know who in a couple of months I may very well see his face. God bless me. He cannot be in my space. We're not doing that. What we're not about to do is have you sit on some place and act as if you're holier than thou. Talk about Black women and act as if I'm not one of them. We're not doing that today. We're not doing that ever.
Well, the
Not
thing
ever.
is, again, if you are called and again, it's the whole mega mindset. It's the disrespect for others. I
Yes.
mean, for JD Vance yesterday to get up and call Kamala trash.
The sitting
This is
VP.
the sitting vice president, and
Yes.
you are a senator. There's some lines that just should not be crossed. And these mega people have no lines. They have no boundaries. They just simply work on emotional crazy.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait to turn the page, because guess what? He's going to jail. When Kamala wins, when they announce her winning, I think his hearing is on the 8th. Is that Friday? I think Friday he stands before the judge in New York.
Yeah. It's Friday.
I think it's Friday. And if he loses, he's going to jail. Because there'll be no obstacles to put this man in jail. And I think he's going to jail. I saw earlier, I think it was Tom, maybe it was David. David had up, it was Tom. Yep, Tom said, prediction 320 to 218 in the EC, Harris for the win. I believe that. I even said 325. That my number yesterday, I was talking to someone, I don't know who I was talking to. I talked to so many people. I said 325. I think she's going to do it. There's going to be some sleepers. There are so many, and again, I say it over and again, women are going to save this country. And I think she's going to just overdo it. And again, like Quinlan said, we talked about yesterday, is just because Republicans are at the polls and voting doesn't mean they're voting Republican.
Yes. I mean,
there's a whole lot of people that are like, I'm done. I'm finished.
People are done. It's like, here's the issue, and I've talked about it 1,000 times, and we'll keep talking about it. You know, in America, we don't teach people how to have a conversation. So you and I work together, and we heard so often, I can't have the hard conversation. It's not a hard conversation. The problem is no one ever taught you how to communicate, as in how to get your message across and actively listen to the person and what they're saying. We go from, I hear some words, I'm getting in my feelings. We ain't talking about your feelings. No offense to it. It's not about your feelings, right? How do you hold the conversation? And because we told people, don't talk about politics, don't talk about religion, don't talk about sex, don't talk about this, then we don't talk about anything. And we wonder why we can't have a simple act of civil discourse, because we've never done it. And then when we start doing it, people want to clutch pearls. And let me just say this really quick. When we talk about politics, religion, and sex in general, it's not just this is this and this is that, right? Because we talk about sex all day on TV. For men, erectile dysfunction, bump from the carrot, all the
Viagra, the blue pill, everything.
Do, right? Yeah. But we don't talk about like the idea of sex in terms of satisfaction for people, all partners involved, right? Expression, all of that becomes, if you go into religion, oh, well, she's a harlot, she's a Jezebel. If you just kept your legs closed, you wouldn't get pregnant, right? We don't talk about stuff. And when we try to, people immediately go to this place of name calling and everything else because they don't know how to articulate their thoughts. If we could teach that skill, like just that skill, that it's not about your feelings. And did you hear anything I just said? Versus you getting in your feelings. Like, there's a way to have a conversation and say, you know what, let's agree to disagree. Because clearly we're not going to meet in the middle. But did you hear anything I just said? Maybe you picked up a new perspective about how I'm approaching something, or why I feel the way I feel, or why when you say that you are pro-life and you want to put a picture up of a baby in a womb, I want to show you a picture of a child in a cage and ask you how this matches that.
Yeah.
That you can support that part, turn a child from their mother and their father and their family, put them in cages on concrete floors, and yet and still you want to talk about the sanctity of life.
But then also, Gwendolyn, is that they are, the thing is, you got Project 2025, which is plain as day. You got, we're going to get rid of the board of education. We're going to get rid of the, NOAA, and we're going to get rid of all these things. And then then has the nerve to in your face to say RJK Jr. is going to be your czar over women. I mean, how? I mean, it's almost like they want to lose. I mean,
yes.
And then I'm taking the fluoride out of the water. It just goes on and on and on. This last week, the last week of your campaign is supposed to be adding people to you, not repelling and causing all kinds of agitations.
Yes. Supposed to be, but
Tom says something that's really important. Tom says we need to claw back civility and decorum and the dignity of the offices.
Yes.
And and you are, the good adjective there is claw back. Because the bromance with these these white bros and the black bros and the Asian bros, whoever wants to be part of that Trump bro movement, unfortunately these young guys that are Trump followers, and it's like someone said, for anyone that was a 13-year-old when Trump took office, just the first time when he came on down the escalator. This is the only politics they know.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know what it is to have dignity and a clear clarity of thought, and how to be civil to the person next that you're running against. They don't know. They don't have a clue how to be nice. And Trump has caused all kinds of havoc around the globe.
Yeah.
This is not just happening in America, and they're using his model in so many places. I sent out a clip of they were asking some Nigerian people who they were voting for, who they thought Americans should vote for president, and they said Trump. And I'm saying that's the reason why your country's messed up, because there's a portion of societies, and it's just not America, it's across the board. Like my friend who's German, he says in Germany there's a movement now back to the Nazi movement.
Yeah,
small, but nonetheless they're rearing their heads up and saying, look, this is what we want. So again, there's a portion of humanity that is just about hating the other.
I often ask myself how people get there, because in my head I have to think there's a little bit of a lack of self-confidence, definitely a lack of self-awareness, and just like something's broken on the inside. Therapy could definitely help it, but you go from a place where you work so hard to make someone be as miserable as you. Now, some people do it extremely well. Obviously 45 does it well, right? Some others don't do it very well, and they become your keyboard warriors and your trolls. And even then, they can't even do that right. It's like, are you trying to troll me because it's not working right now? Like, you're failing at this, but I can help you do it better, But I think about it because I think to myself, as a kid, we don't realize that we are different until we get to a certain age, and someone points it out to you that you're different. Kids come out of the womb just loving kids. We see it all the time. All the babies playing together. They don't know that they're different until some adults tell them that they're different, that they're not the same, right? Some adult tells them that kids don't come out of the womb knowing hate. That's taught. It's a taught behavior.
Yes,
And
yes.
I think to myself, people would rather hold on to that versus exploring the world. I mean, some of it is fear of the unknown. Is like, but I'm not gonna bite you, right? Like, I'm just this this ultra beautiful Black kid walking down the street. Calm down. I'm not gonna take anything from you. I'm just gonna say hello as I pass you by on my morning walk. Calm down, right? Like we have so much more in common as humans.
So much more
We
in common.
do as but like so like why? Like why is that your badge?
Mm.
Feeling less than. I think a lot of it is insecurity and feeling less than.
A lot of it is insecurity. Again, like Dr. Tachi always talk about being mediocre.
Yeah.
Is that a lot of them a lot of these folks have been getting away with being mediocre, and now you see all these Black women judges, Black big lawyers, Spanish people, and people of color are taking all these positions, and there's some people that are not too happy about it.
Well, can we dig into the mediocre thing? Because it's not just being mediocre. I mean, we are average. We're not great in all things. I cannot dribble a basketball to save any of my lives. Like not a one.
Neither can I.
I'm just like no hand coordination, none. So
I have
all Black
no
folks are not good at
coordination.
sports, right? Like that's not it. But it's not just that you were mediocre. You were given this story. It's the lies we tell ourselves that you are better than because of this. And then when you saw other people who didn't look like you excelling, you go to it's got to be affirmative action. It's got to be DEI. It has to be because you're a woman. It's got to be, you have all these excuses why someone is doing better than you versus it's your fault. It's not your skill. Like that's not your jam. It's not where you thrive.
Derek says it right here.
Told lies all your life. What do you expect from somebody to get the truth that you suck at this, kid?
Derek says it right here. He says they have to look in the mirror and realize the problem is them.
I used to tell my team, and this is gonna probably, I'm sure Empar was gonna be like, Gwendolyn, you kept a job after that. I told my team all the time. I told my team all the time that we all suck. I said, everybody in this building sucks, so just get used to it. And they were like, oh. I was like, yeah. Now, you and I both know we hired great people who had really crazy standards for themselves. And so they would get in their head. And I was like, it's okay to suck. I suck all day long. I'm still here. I still got a job. Yeah. But I would tell people, like, we all suck, so get over it. As soon as you wrap your arms around sucking, you'll do better at your job.
Because when you realize you are not there's always room for growth. There's always room to be better.
Yes.
And again, you may think you're the top-notch kid in the building, but guess what? If they hire someone tomorrow, that next person may be better than you.
Right.
So no one's expendable. So I have another question for you guys. What's on your mind? I would like to know from everybody in the community, because you guys are here. What's on your mind? I know it's
right now?
Yeah, just like what's on your mind?
One, when I'm done here, I gotta go get my miles in because I'm still in this challenge. And
you a crazy lady. Y'all, this is a competing woman. This is a competing woman. She doesn't know how to set back. When she's in a challenge mode, she is competitive.
Very, very competitive. So yes, I have to get. I'm gonna probably go for it, maybe 8, but we'll see what happens. But I'm packing for a vacation. I am ready.
What's on your mind, y'all? What's on your mind? What's on your mind? I know, besides the election. What's on your mind other than the election? How about that? I should have probably said that. What's on your mind other than the election? Speaking of election, just so you know, later on this evening, we will have our watch party. There we go. Tonight's watch party is at 9:00. We'll be here, so you can pop in, and if you want to go onto the YouTube channel, you'll see it, and it is right there, YouTube. And you just click on it, and just click on notify me or notify, and it will notify when we're here. So we'll be here tonight. supporting each other, holding each other's hands virtually as we see history made. And it's going to be, like I said, I do believe Harris is going to do extremely well tonight.
Yeah.
And but we'll be doing that tonight. So tonight is our watch party at 9 p.m. Join us. And also, what we will also, and this is also tonight will be a good night to play around with the settings of our StreamYard, because I would love to have you like come in, like talk, have a fun, come to the, you know, be live and just connect. And you can have, I think we're up to, I forgot how many people we can have on here at one time.
It's 10, isn't it?
I think it's
10
10
people. 10 altogether.
You can have 10 people all here together in one frame. And some people can go out, some more can come in, some people can go out, some people can go in. We're all here together. So it'll be everyone participating. And if you've never been on screen before, you've never been on YouTube before, you've never been like on a, you know, this is a good chance to just get the fun feel of it. So come on out, and we're just going to have fun with the night. Maybe we'll do some trivia tonight while we're doing it. And, you know, we're just going to have some fun. And
do some trivia.
Yeah, you know, like some game stuff. I should say trivia, nostalgia moments. Like, did you eat Oreos when you were a kid? I don't know, anything.
Well, you know, I have to say, you know, I had my entire, I say, well, maybe 3/4 of my shows planned, right, for Fridays. 3/4 planned, because I was, you know, I'm that kid. And then I trash it all because the election and the state of our current environment moved me to do different topics, right? But one of the topics that will still be on the plate in 2 weeks, because it's almost Turkey Day, is cornbread dressing versus stuffing. Because that becomes a deal in our house, right? And depending on, like, if you're from the South, you typically do a dressing, and then people on the North, they like stuff their bird.
Oh, we love stuffing. I love me some stuffing. My aunt used to make. We used to have Thanksgiving at my aunt's house, and we used to get on that long train ride, head out to Queens, get on the bus, head out to Laurelton, then get off the bus, walk 3 blocks. It was the longest journey for some Thanksgiving. And I was like, I used to, you know, when you're a kid, you're excited because you're going to hang out with your cousins. And but we used to, the main thing of the meal, it wasn't for me the turkey, it was the stuffing.
See, we do dressing, like it's a whole meal by itself.
Now, what's the difference between dressing and stuffing?
You know, that's a good question. I know, like, so my sister has made a cornbread stuffing with cranberries and stuff, and I was like, well, this is nice. Whereas, like, your cornbread dressing, you take your cornbread and then you got to crumble it up. You've got like your cream of chicken and all your veggies and stuff and your seasonings and whatnot, and it's just a dish on its own. Like, it's its own dish. Now, I've had some bad dressing, so I don't eat everybody's food. First of all, especially if your kitchen is not clean. I'm gonna say it real quick. If you have pets in your house, I am suspect to eat anything in your house. I'm not gonna lie about that, especially cats. Like, no, we don't do potluck. I don't know what's going on in the kitchen. But yeah.
Yes, I know that, Lisa. Yeah, he made the soundtrack to that, to Austin Powers. I thought it was Kill Bill also. He did something for Kill Bill as well.
Did he?
Yeah,
that one.
I think Kill Bill as well.
My Dr. Tati says it's the cooking method. Is it the cooking method? Like I said, my dad, he raised.
Oh, here we go. Method. Dr. Tati says stuffing is inside the bird, dressing is on the side. Yes, I remember the stuffing. That's why I love the stuffing, because it was inside the bird.
Nobody put signs outside no bird. We ain't doing this on no bird.
No, yeah, that's where they put the stuffing.
You have to have a bird to begin with, though.
Yeah, you got a bird. Yeah, well, that's what most people had back in the day, was a bird.
My dad didn't do birds.
Really?
My dad was a private chef.
I know he was a private chef, but he didn't do birds.
So we didn't do a lot of birds. I mean, I
Really?
remember some Cornish hens, some fancy quail, some stuff like that. But he was big on like pork loin and all other kind of stuff. So
Wow.
yeah, he's not big turkey people. Not big turkey
Anthony
people.
says, dressing for the win.
Thank
My
you,
late
Anthony.
mother-in-law's cornbread dressing was everything. Cornbread with shrimp and
Ooh.
crab. Wow, that sounds
Ooh.
delicious. And I noticed a lot of you are talking about cornbread as a dressing. I've never had cornbread
Is the base of your
dressing.
dressing.
I never had it.
You never had dressing?
No.
Oh, God, dog, Ron, like, you got to come on down here, bruh. I mean, I can hook you up there too. I mean, I can hook you up no matter where I am, but you know, I mean,
I've
and
never
look,
had
everybody,
dressing then, it seems.
everybody can't make dressing.
I
I've had
see.
some really
Lisa says, I
good
love
things.
them both. Dressing is baked in the oven. Oh, it was giving, it has chicken giblets, and you bake it with a cake. You bake it like a cake. Okay.
See,
So
I don't put
is it
I
like
don't
a
put the giblets
casserole?
in my dressing. I put it in my sauce, you know,
Is the
in my
cooking
gravy,
method that is the difference?
my giblet
Gotcha.
gravy.
I
put it
have
in the
never had cornbread dressing.
What?
I can't believe it. I gotta have some. Felice, hey Fifi, when I come down to North Carolina next month, maybe maybe you can. We gotta find a restaurant that makes it so I can have it. I gotta
You
have
are a
some
good
real
restaurant.
southern cornbread dressing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll be right after Thanksgiving.
It's what we do. It's what we do here.
Like, Lisa says, I don't agree.
Yeah.
Inside the bird is. I used to love it. I love it. It tastes like the bird. If it tastes like
It tastes like bird.
it tastes like the bird. That's what it was. It tastes like the bird. Oh my goodness, the conversations we get in this community.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Dr.
Yeah.
Tachi says you have to be careful with inside the bird, though. It needs to be properly cooked through. I think that's why people stopped doing the inside the bird, because there was some people got sick back in I would say maybe the 70s, late 70s, early 80s. And so people stopped doing it as regular as they used to with stuffing the bird and cooking it in the bird. But then they took it and now do it outside. And then after the bird is cooked and after it's cooked, then they put it into the bird
For presentation. Yeah.
for presentation.
Nah. I gotta have a bird first. Now we'll do some ham. I'm gonna do some ham.
I don't eat ham.
I sometimes will go get like a turkey breast, you know, but no one in my house eats turkey but me. So I get like an itty bitty thing of turkey because nobody else eats turkey. I like turkey.
Anthony says, I might have to freeze you a slab and ship it to you, Ron. Next thing you know, from this conversation, my mailroom they'd be saying, oh, there's another box for you down in the mailroom. There's another box for you in the mailroom.
That's the joy of being able to ship food. Like there are Gold Belly is the place I go to for some of those restaurant favorites that are known for something, because they will ship it to you in dry ice like overnight. Best thing ever.
Well,
now,
David
you will pay some money for some good food, but it's the best thing ever for foodies.
Oh, I love food. So, David Mascaro says cornbread belongs to Chile.
Really?
Did not know that. Is that wow. I know cornbread's been around the South for ages.
Yes.
Cornbread has been around since
a very long time.
Yeah, it's been around since the 1700s. Because I remember when they did a documentary on, I think it was Thomas Jefferson, and the women that were in his kitchen were making cornbread. Interesting. Cornbread has been around a long time. So, however, I just never had cornbread dressing. I've had cornbread, like the actual cornbread.
Yeah, like cornbread.
Like you cut it up like little pieces of cake.
In your cast iron skillet.
In your cast iron skillet.
Man, it makes some good cornbread though. I mean, like, I'm just saying.
I love the cornbread, but I never had cornbread dressing. So that's something I'm looking for. Now you make me want to go out and look for it for the holiday. Okay. Well, what time is it? Oh, we need to go to a lesson. I need to get you guys some lessons.
Lesson.
I gotta get to the lesson, y'all. Anyway, so let's do that. So we're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna try to get you guys out on time. You guys got things to do. And so let's do our lesson for the day. Today's lesson is, I didn't even share that in the beginning, how to photograph your election. Because there are going to be some folks out there today photographing and getting out there. So I'm going to give you some tips on how to photograph your election. Okay, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Today's Tip Tuesday. Today's tip is how to photograph your election. It's gonna be a quick lesson for you to have. We're still on, and Dr. Tachi says cornbread. I believe in the indigenous American culture, the Native Americans had the original version, not the cake version that Black folks like to make today. Okay, good job. Okay, back to the lesson. Back to the lesson. Here we go. How to photograph your election. Number one. Hey everyone, today is election day. Here are some tips to help you capture the essence of this pivotal event. Number one, plan ahead. Research polling locations and events. Know where and when key moments will happen to be in the right place at the right time. That's so important. Make sure you do your research. Also know that you cannot go into the actual voting area with your camera. You know where you can stand. There's certain areas in that area, certain areas around the voting. While people are voting for, in the election, you cannot go around. And also, that takes me to the next thing. Be mindful of people's privacy, or as the British say, my privacy, especially in polling stations. Focus on capturing the atmosphere and the broader story rather than individual voters. Rather than individual voters. Try to photograph the whole thing happening like interactions, people coming out of the election building, people interacting with each other, people hugging each other, people giving each other high fives, people excited about what they did in the process. Yes, so but stay away from individual photos of individuals. Next, tell a story. Look for moments that convey the emotions and significance of the day. People waiting in line, volunteers helping out, and the excitement of first time voters. I have to tell you, I photographed my first election during Biden's election day, the Biden Trump election day. And I have to tell you, it was one of the best experiences of my life. I was hired by a foundation, and they were doing drives to the polls. So they were taking people to the polls, and I was hired to be with them, be on the bus, get off the bus, photograph them, connect, and see all the connections and how these you had the people, elderly people, you had poor, they were coming from the poor neighborhoods. They were busing them in. I would get in the van or the bus and just hang out with them, photograph them in the bus, conversations. So yes, so this is what you do. You want to create and tell the story from one point to the next. So do that. Next on this, capture details. Don't just focus on the big picture. Snap photos of campaign signs, buttons, and other small details that add depth to your story. Like like people wearing the Kamala Harris button. I'm pro Kamala Harris, so the Kamala Harris, or whoever is voted, whoever's up for your election, and you get the pins, and you see the pins on the table, and you see people wearing banners and flags and all kinds of stuff, lawn signs. Tell your story. Capture the details. Use natural light. Use natural light to avoid harsh shadows and maintain a more authentic feel whenever possible. Like most of your shots should be outdoors. Again, you can't take pictures indoors because you're not allowed to take pictures in polling areas. So don't even think about it. Don't even think, oh my God, I want to get in there and take a shot. Don't do it. You will. I don't think they will arrest you. But in some places, they can arrest you if you take pictures in a polling area. So I should not voting area. Do not go into the voting areas. Okay? Be respectful. But also use natural light when you're outside. Use that natural light. Next, stay safe. Be aware of your surroundings and follow any guidelines or restrictions in place. Your safety is paramount. So make sure that you are following the rules. Make sure you follow the rules. Every state has different rules. Every country has different rules, because I am also not only sharing this with American voting, but this is also going to help you in South Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, because this is also being for other countries as well, because a lot of you will be seeing this video from other countries. So check that out. Do not just assume you can just go in and take pictures, or go someplace and take pictures during the election of your major elections. Make sure you know the rules and the guidelines. Next, edit thoughtfully. Post-process your images to enhance clarity and color, but keep them true to the moment. Okay, and we always talk about those editings. We all have in our smartphones those editing tools, like Lightroom, like Photoshop, like Snapseed, and your phone itself has an editing tool. If you want to use your phone, a lot of people use their phones when they're photographing and telling their story. So make sure you use that. Next, happy shooting, and let's document this historic event together. So get out there, share your photos in your Instagram, share your photos on TikTok, share your photos, put together your story reel, your story or your reel, and be able to present it to your fan base and the people in your online community. So get out there and take photos, document this day. Today is a special, if you're here in America, today is a special day. This election is like no other. Kamala will be the first woman president. The 88 countries later, 88 countries have already had or have women prime ministers or presidents. We will when Kamala wins tonight, we will be 89. We will be the 89th country to finally have a woman leading this republic. So that's good. That's all exciting. Okay, that's it for the lesson today, y'all. So I hope, again, get out there and vote. If you haven't voted yet, get out there and vote. Also, make sure you join us on YouTube here at Ron Lewis Photos if you're looking from the Instagram channel or any other channels out there. Also, like and subscribe and share. It makes the algorithms love what we do here. So make sure you like and subscribe and share. Okay, tonight we're gonna have our party, our watch party. So join us this evening at 9 o'clock. We're gonna have a great time. Again, it'll be a great time for you to come on. Like you say, you know what? I've never been on a panel discussion before. I've never been on the screen before. I've never been on a live. Today is your opportunity to do so. Okay, so we'll do that tonight. Like I said, we're gonna hang out. We're gonna have some fun and enjoy the wonderful time together. And you guys are still talking about food. Lisa's talking about, I just purchased a deep Belgian stuffed waffle maker that I'm going out cornbread as the batter and chili in the middle. Ooh, Lisa, that sounds so good. I'm a fan of chili. I love me some chili. Oh, I can have chili every day. As a matter of fact, I go over to my coffee shop and where I work out from, and I said, "Have y'all started selling the chili yet?" And when they do, man, it is so good. Okay. Anyway, let me just move on. You see, Lisa, you got me distracted. Sorry, you distracted me. Lisa is crazy. Okay, y'all. Okay. Oh, Lisa, Gwendolyn says she's about to get her work on. Okay, guys. So, so again, get out there and vote. If you have not voted in the United States, get out and vote, 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 vote. And I'll see you tonight at 9:00. Okay. Have a great evening. Have a great day. See you. Happy election day, everybody. See you later. Bye.